So I'm going to be honest with you and say this. I thought that potentially my signing of Carlos Soler was going to be a bad decision because of how much money he's going to ask for. However, since he signed, he's been outstanding for us and has become the best player in the squad. Outright, he's considered our key player at the squad now, and that is kind of ridiculous for a player we got on a free transfer who's 31 and we're paying just 15.5 grand a week. I say only £15,500, despite the fact he is the second highest earner at the club now, because he's been that good for me. So we've had a good time with him, but we're now in December and we've had a load of games, and we've also already set up a new signing for the future, which is another midfielder. Yeah, we've been busy. So let's see how we've been getting on in the league and the Champions League and the Cup. So the first game we had was against Fanfaust, and Carlos Soler scored that free kick to give us the lead and win us the game. Yes, we won by goals in it, and Carlos Soler proved to be a very good signing. He scored from set pieces in his first 2 games, but he's got us a winner here, and I'm delighted. This is not a team that does badly very often, so this was a great result. The next game we had was in the Champions League against AC Milan, and Dominic Calvert-Lewin kind of tore us apart. 10 minutes in, he scored his first of 2 goals, and then 30 minutes in, we're 2-0 down, and Rafael Leao plays it across to find Calvert-Lewin. It's 2-0 to AC Milan, and then we can see the third. In the 35th minute of the game, we were really bad in the first half. The fact we don't consider a third or fourth goal afterwards is annoying, but Pulisic finds the Catalaire, and Charles de Catalaire. Charles de Catalaire. Yeah, he gets found. And they win 3-0. We do injure him, unfortunately. And they win. But this was a bad game. And it really made me uncomfortable thinking, are we about to be knocked out of the Champions League after just 3 matches? That's how badly I thought this had gone. Even if in the second half we were probably the better team. But still, we were dismantled by AC Milan. And they showed their class over us. Then we took on Kisvada, and they hit us on a counter-attack from our own set piece, I believe, to score. Benito does that to us. I couldn't believe it, but we did equalise in the second half, thankfully, from a corner. Borges finds Kusuma, he scores, and it's a 1-1 draw, where we've dropped points again in the league. After losing to AC Milan, we get this, so not happy. I really need an improvement, and quickly. Well, we took on Massa Mataluga in the Cup and beat them 2-1, but it wasn't comfortable. Robledo scores the opening goal of the game, but they equalised, and I was absolutely livid when this goal goes in, because we were caught napping. Yes, I rotated the squad a little bit, because why shouldn't we be able to rotate and win against a second-tier side? But then we won. In the 79th minute of the game, Hambelik finds Soler, Soler finds Bogner, and Bogner scores. He is enjoying a good season for us now as a striker, and we're really enjoying his work. Carlos Soler having to come from the bench and get an assist to help us win was not expected, but I'm not complaining. However, the next game we had was against Feyenoord, and we continue to make howlers, it feels like, and a howler we don't want to be doing inside 11 minutes was not ideal. But then Feyenoord got a red card. And when they got the red card, we took full advantage of it. Salazar giving us an equaliser with this effort to make it 1-1. Happy days. We then get an injury, but we continue to take advantage of the numerical advantage. And Bagada finds Okeke. He finds the back of the net to give us the lead in the Champions League for the first time in the league phase. And then we make it 3. Palaversa finds Okeke. He finds Bagada. Bagada shoots and scores. It's 3-1. They do get a goal back, and this is in the 92nd minute or something like that. I do get concerned when Stroy scores this goal. We should do better, let's be honest. But thankfully, we don't need to worry so much, because Kusua finds Bogner. He plays across to find Salazar, who finds the back of the net to get his second of the game, and to win the game for us by 4-2. Our first win in the league phase of the Champions League, and oh my word, we needed this. We took on Bucks in the next game, and we completely destroyed them. 4-0 win here. Morris finds Hambelik to open the scoring, so that's a good goal from Hambelik. And then we score from a free kick. Borges finds Sinavuk, who's surprisingly left unmarked at the back post. We then get a goal from a corner. Sinavuk takes this corner this time. He finds Balanta. Balanta scores. And in the second half, we make it 4. Salazar involved in the goal, finds Morris. Morris plays the cross, finds Bogner. I don't know how he's scoring again, but I'm not complaining because Norbert Bogner is finding the goals now when our main strikers, Bugler and the Dragon, are not. So the fact I'm actually more comfortable with Bogner than the Bug and the Dragon is a bit concerning, but perhaps I can work with this and do better going forward. We then took on Mega Cadets and we beat them 2-0. I am probably just saying their name wrong because I'm struggling to Hungarian names again, but Boxe gets the opening goal of the game. A really good finish there, just before the end of the first half. And then we make it 2, and we're looking very good. The Dragon actually gets a goal here, and it's a really good finish from him to win us the game, to make it 2-0, to ensure we get all 3 points. I am delighted. We then took on Real Sociedad and lost 2-1, having gone 1-0 down inside 8 minutes, and when this is going against us and Mendes scores, you know it's going bad. But we equalised, and I thought when this goal goes in, we're looking good. Okeke of all people getting across. Bogner has to score that effort, and he does. 1-1. It's just a shame that we don't do well here, and Kusara, with an absolute howler, gives them a goal. Joe, with that finish, you can't make those kind of mistakes in the Champions League because you will be punished. And we were punished. Kusara, who's now officially homegrown, made the mistake and gifted them all 3 points. So, a disappointing game to say the least. The next game we had was against Puskas Academia and we beat them 2-0. Victor finds Salazar, he finds Soler, who's finding the back of the net a lot this year for us. And then in the second half, Soler's involved again. He does that ridiculous pass to find Robledo. He finds an own goal, and Soler's pass is just ridiculous, isn't it? The backheel pass? Unbelievably done. And I couldn't believe it when I saw it firsthand. But to see that kind of vision and that kind of pass done is ridiculous. I'm just going to show you again. I'm going to slow this down because this is so ridiculous to me. Look at this. It's just that. He's just done that. It's got the length as well. And then it continues to go on. Like, what on earth is that? That is a ridiculously good goal. And that pass is my favourite pass of them all. Carlos Soler is different class here. And it's showing. It really is. We then took on Gimo and put 5 past them. And Carlos Soler is involved again. He finds Salazar, who finds the opening goal, 1-0 inside 25 minutes. We've already missed a penalty at this point, but then the floodgates start to open. Boxe finds Salazar, he finds Forbes, and Forbes is not going to miss that chance. And then we score again. I actually can't remember if it's actually a 1-goal missed or not, but here we are. Soler has got the goal now. Yeah, so that second goal was really quickly after the first one, and then Soler's goal is the third one. This is the 4th goal we score. And it's honestly one-way traffic at this point, but that is just unfortunate for the defender. And then we make it 5, and the Dragon doesn't get to this, but Forbes keeps it in play, plays across, finds the Dragon because the keeper goes for it and completely misjudges it. So we take advantage of this situation and we win 5-0. Giamot were terrible. We then took on Budapest and beat them 1-0. Carlos Soler with the only goal of the game with that penalty, and we were really, really good. Carlos Borges, or Forbes, gets injured sadly. And then we took on Fanfare and beat them 4-1. Morris is involved heavily in the first goal. He finds Salazar, who's enjoying himself right now. And then we make it 2. Baguda finds the ball, intercepts the pass, finds Salazar, and Salazar involved again. Shot hits the bar, the Dragon finishes off the rebound. We make it 3 though. Boxe finds Okeke. He finds Robledo. He finds the back of the net with that pass. Sorry, shot. It was so good of a shot. It worked. The Bug then finds a goal from the penalty spot. His first goal in a long, long time. We then make a mistake. Palaversa makes that kind of howler, and they get a goal back from it, and that's an own goal because Savage tries to block it. It's got to the back of the net. Thankfully, we'd already won the game at that point. We just got complacent, and that's annoying. Then we took on Nice, and we're 1-0 up at the first half after Salazar finds Boxe, and I thought to myself, we're going to win this game, but you can see the top left-hand corner, we lose. We can see from this corner, Boxe is trying to block this particular cross or shot. It's hit him, and it's gone back in the net to make it 1-1. Then they score a 96th minute winner. Mitrovic, of all people, gets the goal and he scores it, and I was heartbroken because I thought at that point, we're not going to get out of this Champions League phase again. I thought we could do it, but otherwise, until this goal went in, I thought, yeah, we've got no chance now. That was our best opportunity to do it, and I'm sad because of it. We then took a Depressini, and Soler shot is blocked or saved. Salazar scores from the rebound, and we end December and the first half of the season with this goal. Carlos Vors does that. Borges, doesn't matter what his name is, he's ridiculous, and we win 2-0, and we got both goals in the first 10 minutes. So, a happy time in the league, at least. In the league, we're now top because Vasas lost their manager because he went to Usajek, and then they lost their first 2 games and only just drew their last match. So, they've dropped 8 points in the last 3 matches, which tells you just how good of a run they are on, because they had won 12, drawn 1, and lost 1 in their first 14 matches. And suddenly, because they dropped 8 points in the last 3 matches, we're now top by 4 points. That's how good they've been. It's just a shame for them their manager has left them for other things. And it's given us firm control of the title race halfway through the year. In the Champions League, we're not even in the top 29. We're 30th place. That defeat against Nice was very damaging for our hopes and dreams. If we had won that game against Nice, we would be in 7 points and around Brighton and Bayer Leverkusen. So, really wish we could have won that game. We've got PSG and RB Leipzig in the next 2 games. Gonna say this here and now, we're already out of the Champions League as far as I'm concerned. We're not gonna go through. We did beat Feyenoord though, who are actually below us because of goals scored, I think it is. And we beat them 4-1, so that probably helps as well. But yeah, it's annoying that we're out of the Champions League so early. But at the same time, I guess I shouldn't be too concerned. We have got at least 4 points. I was expecting to lose every single game, quite frankly. But the Nice game was our best chance to go through and to have a chance of going through. And we fluffed our lines completely. Thankfully though, Ferencváros have had no such issues. They finished 5th place in the Conference League, dropping just 4 points. Chelsea are in this competition, so Ferencváros are not going to win it, but they only drew against Red Star and Bilbao, which is kind of impressive that Bilbao are up there with them, 6th place, behind them in goals scored, and Red Star missed out by a single point, all goals scored. So, quite frankly, Ferencváros have done really, really well. I'm hoping they do good things in the next round. So far, we've got 9.5 points going into the next phase. So we've already tripled the number of points we've got coefficient-wise going into this year, so that's great. And as things stand, we're going to be getting to 40 points. So that's amazing for our point of view. We need to keep this sort of thing up and hope that the next couple of years, we can continue to be good. We need to get 9 points every single year at the bare minimum now, 9.5 points at least, and go from there. Last year was a bit of a blip. We were the only team to get into the league phase, and we weren't very good in the Champions League. And again, this year, we've got the worst draw possible. So hopefully, our coefficients are going to go up and up and up, and we can continue to improve the team, and we could do better things. But yeah, so far, we're doing well. And as things stand, we're going to go up to 15th place. So Hungary is going to go up 3 places right now, because Greece are having a horrible year. They're losing a really good year and having a nasty year. And Serbia are only barely replacing the good year they have this year. Same with Norway. And actually, Norway are doing worse than the year they're losing. So we're doing extremely well to be in a position to get 15th place. And if we get 15th place, well, we're having a very good time. 2 teams in the Champions League next year. A team in the Europa League first qualifying round. And then 2 teams in the second qualifying round of the Conference League. That is the dream right now. We need to keep this up to ensure we get 5 teams in Europe for next season qualifying. Obviously, this won't apply for this season's qualifications, so we're only gonna have 4 teams going into it this year. But next year, hopefully, we'll have 5 teams going into Europe, or at least be able to qualify for Europe anyway. So that's the dream ideal situation. So let's keep this up. We got a youth intake preview. It's not amazing, but honestly, with how much we've improved the squad, I would be shocked if we had a good year. No one looks to be of good standard, and that's not surprising, but the fact we've got 2 C rating areas is decent, and it's only going to be an average youth intake, but let's be honest, it would be amazing if we got something good right now, especially when I'm already getting a new player coming in. That player is Thomas Shoridano, and we've signed him for £1.5 million because of course we could, and we signed him immediately once I realized we could get him. He's an own midfielder, a Mazzala this time, also just 18 years of age, so hopefully we'll be homegrown in 3 years' time. That's the dream situation, that's the ideal world we live in. But this guy's amazing. Yes, he's not perfect, but he's really good for what I'm looking for, and hopefully, going forward, we can make him really good. Also, he could play as a winger as well, so this guy could be exciting to say the least. We got so many options with him. It's ridiculous. But what I'm going to be doing is ending this here. I know that Champions League has not been amazing, but we're back on top of the league. We're in the next round of the cup again, so hopefully we can complete the league and cup double for the second year running. And fanfares are helping us develop the club. So between ourselves and fanfares, we've got 2 teams in the league phase. If we get a win against RB Leipzig or PSG, that's amazing. I don't plan on going back for either of those games because let's be honest, we're not going to be going into those phases. And hopefully we have something to look forward to next time out. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. I hope you guys will like and share this video and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye and well, good night.